Hey everybody, welcome back to The Reboot. Peter here at The Reboot. I think I mentioned in one of my recent videos that the next stage inside the shop would be to seal the concrete a little bit. So I bought this product. I've got, what do I have? I have about 2.5 US gallons, 10 liters. I'm going to put it on with a low pressure sprayer, so it should go relatively fast. And what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to move around the benches, get along the wall over here. Obviously, I'm not moving the piles of drying lumber. I've got 2 of those in here now. And the main priority is to really get this area in front of the door and off to the side here where I put things like a tractor and parked vehicles sometimes in the winter months. So what I'm going to do is get the trailers out, including the boat, the lawn tractor, some of this other equipment over here, and let's see how far this 2.5, 2.6 gallons go. And let's get started by moving some of this equipment outside. And of course, I'm going to put you guys on time lapse for that part of the exercise. Okay, that's just the first major sweep blow that I'm going to have here. What I want to do now is move the rolling work tables into the back area here, because that's the first area I want to try and spray. But let's get the garden tractor out of here and a few other things. Okay, I've done quite a bit in terms of what the instructions say to prep the surface. I've blown it, I've vacuumed it in several areas. What I'm not going to be able to do here is spray it down with water and let it dry. I have no running water in this shop, so that step is being skipped. Over here I have an oil spill from the Ford 9N hydraulic. I'm not going to spray that. I'll spray around it if I have what I believe is enough of the material to cover certain parts here of the floor space. So let's get this loaded up, this hand sprayer, and start with the first application. Let's go back along the wall over here and see how this works. See how the nozzle's adjusted here? Beginning back here, because it says in an hour, and I'll check the time in a second, says that in an hour I should be able to put items back in place. So it dries in an hour to be wheeled and walked on. I think I need a little bit more pressure in my tank. That's not quite putting it on the way I want it to. Let's pump this up some more. There we go. Yeah, you really have to crank up the pressure. That's how we want it to come out. See the difference there? So I'm just going to have to crank the pressure more often. Hitting the wood down there. Not too worried about that. Don't want to hit this wood over here. I want to cover the space to get the mobile workbenches back in place over here. So it's a water-based acrylic product. Okay, so far I've done what I want to do on this slab here. So all the free area that you see under my hand there, up to the log pile and the, what is that, log arch there, all along the wall. And then on this side over here, same thing. I've done this slab all the way up to the blade. So what I think I'm going to do is pull this stuff forward, not park it on there, and get back in here. I'm probably going to run out, and I'm thinking at lunchtime I'm going to head over to the local Canadian Tire if they have some, pick up another 2.5 gallons. I don't think I'll use all of the second 2.5 gallons, but I'll use the remainder to do a second coat on the high traffic area here and on this one right here. All right, let's keep going. I came up a little bit short, more than a little bit short. This area here between the sticks and this area right here don't have a coat on them yet. So I've been out to the store. That's the empty one. Picked up another 2.5 gallons and gonna get busy, finish this up, put a second coat in some areas. It's been more than an hour. I'd like a second coat in that corner in front of the doorway here. And then eventually I'd like to put a second coat again, like I said earlier, in these areas that get a lot of traffic with the trucks, with my car and the pickup. A little cricket here that got into the building. Let's get him out of here. Under the wood pile. Okay, let me get that low pressure sprayer and get back in here. Can you see in there all right? So that's pretty much with 2 coats over much of the floor space. There are a couple of areas like the places where I have the boards on the floor, there and there. But overall, most of the floor is now done with 2 coats of a sealant. So that'll be nice and that'll dry overnight. That's fantastic. Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe, like, and share. Look forward to seeing everybody at the next video.